Today's communication tip comes from, of course, my book, How to Be Heard Without Screaming. And it's day 13 we're going to focus on today, when technology fails you. Now, technology will fail you, even if you do everything that I suggest in the book, which includes showing up an hour earlier and checking your audio and checking your video and making sure that the temperature's right and the seats are good and all that, blah, blah, blah. But let's talk about Zoom meetings for a moment, or any kind of online meeting. After all this time, after COVID, we all had to pivot to online. And yet, some of you are continuing to make some very basic mistakes that are setting up barriers to you being heard. So I'm going to go to page 77 here. After all this time, it was so nice to vent. It was like this was my online therapy. Why do people still position their backs against a window? When your face is in complete shadows, it's harder for people to follow you, even if they can hear you. How can you not know that you sound like you're underwater? Do you test your audio? A good microphone is a sound investment in being heard. Case in point. By the way, the pun was intended, a sound investment. Who can benefit from a ring light? Everyone. To my chagrin, many of you who do have a ring light place it off to the side. Good front face lighting highlights your eye contact and facial expressions, important components to your overall communication. Stayed up late the night before? That little Zoom touch up my appearance can make you look well rested. These are just a few of the tips from my book, How to Be Heard Without Screaming. There's 31 days of exercises that can make you better at getting what's up here out of here, and in a way that people want to listen to. But if you haven't paid attention to your online presence, I would encourage you to do that this week. After all, what you have to say is important, and you don't want any barriers to being